Am I feeling low and searching for a dopamine hit? Is it on sale and that's the reason I want to buy? Is this an impulse buy? Hey my boldies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I do fashion, curls, lifestyle and travel videos. So if you like that kind of stuff, then you're right here. You're ready to go shopping again and get new stuff, then I will tell you to stop right here, watch this video and go shopping after it, because I'm gonna give you 10 questions you should ask yourself before buying anything new. So your closet isn't filled with random stuff and you still feel like you have nothing to wear. Let me help you out today. So the first tip before you go shopping at all, you should check your closet and see what do I actually have in my closet and what is missing in my closet. Really assess what you have and what you don't have, what you need and what you're searching for. If you often have the feeling like you have cool pieces but you don't have outfits, then definitely check out what the reason for that is. Let's say you need more everyday wear but you don't have a lot of jeans or tops you can wear, like regular basic tops, then definitely stock up on that. So with that we come to the second point, which is kind of connected to the first point. What is your lifestyle? That's, I think, one of the most important points, and me myself, I make the same mistake that I get so cool vacation wear and like clothing I just find so cool, but they're not very practical in the everyday life. I mean, I always try to incorporate cool pieces as well in everyday life, but sometimes when you go to work or you have like a pretty regular day, you can't wear super cool puffy skirts every day. It's important to just analyze what are you doing, like do you need everyday wear more, or you go to work and you need more like chic blouses or shirts, or let's say you go on vacation soon, then you would need more bikinis or resort wear, or you go out a lot or to events and you need a lot of cool beautiful dresses, cocktail dresses. Then just assess your life and your lifestyle on like a weekly basis. What do you do most of the time? So that will really tell you, and it will diminish the feeling of looking in your closet and feeling like there's nothing you can wear. And combined to the lifestyle aspect is also your budget. What kind of budget do you have? Can you splurge on items and you have a lot of income to spend on like designer clothing or expensive shops, or is it more on the lower end? Always keep in mind when buying new items, let's say you don't have a big budget but you want to buy a new work bag, for example, and this is something you want to spend more money on because you use it every day, and I really suggest you to buy a higher quality bag. It doesn't have to be super expensive, but it has to be good quality and a bit higher end. Or you say, for example, you want to buy a holiday dress or something like that you know you're not going to wear all the time, then it may be okay if you have a smaller budget to go a bit lower end, and it might be okay to buy a dress at H&M or Zara or something more fast fashion. Number 3 is it a quality item? I know this is very controversial, and I think for everyone it can be very different depending on your views, for example, but I think, or I learned over the years, and I think this is also an age thing, the older you get you realize that quality actually matters, and not buying a million trillion things that are just super trash and will not withstand a test of time. As I mentioned before, if you have a smaller budget, so it would be better, for example, to get one good t-shirt or 2 good ones that are, let's say, $50 or so, instead of getting 10 different pieces. The color will be super deformed after wearing it once because of the bad quality and not good craftsmanship. The color will fade very quickly. So I would suggest, if it's something you wear every day, then you can splurge a bit more and look more into quality, and if it's something that you don't wear every day, then it can be a bit less quality. Always look out for natural fabrics. I am sure you know that already. Cotton, wool, satin, linen in summer, anything that has a natural fabric, but as well as good craftsmanship. You can see and feel especially that the clothing is well made. All the stitchings are well made. There's nothing like hanging out. Buttons are not broken already in the shop. The lining is straight and not in zigzag. So looking more into quality will help you to look more stylish as well if you have good quality items, and in the long run it will help your budget as well. And also, quality doesn't mean that it is expensive, and expensive clothing also doesn't mean necessarily that it's good quality, because there's so much clothing that is made out of polyester but has a brand name. So really always check the label and check the linings and the stitchings to be sure that it's really good quality. If you're shopping online, also check the description. Number 4 is, can I wear this in multiple ways? I think this is one of the most important points, and I must say I've been struggling with this one the most. I always got a lot of things that were super random. I just love them, but often they just didn't fit in my closet. They didn't really serve a purpose, and they were often impulse buys. When you buy an item or when you see an item in the store or online, always have in mind, are there at least 3 ways I can imagine wearing this item with stuff I already have in my closet. So could you wear this, for example, let's say for a brunch, and then you can transform it to an evening outfit. You can use it to go run errands or to go out with friends as well, or to work, for example. Just trying to find different ways on how to wear it. I would say at least 3. If you can find more ways, or if you see the item and you can think firsthand of like 5, it would be amazing, because then you know this is the right piece and this is something I need in my closet. Otherwise, if you cannot even think of 2 ways, then definitely leave it. Let's say you see a very unique piece but you can only think of 1 way to wear it, for example, to a very specific event that is maybe somewhere in the future or not. I would leave it, because that means it will stay in your closet and rot there with the tag on still. So if you know at least 3 ways to wear the item, I'd say go for it. If it's even more, 5 to 10 even, then definitely get it. Number 5 is a bit contradicting to what I just said. It is, am I still thinking about it after I leave the store? This is something I've really practiced. I rarely go into stores nowadays and buy something right away, except it's amazing, but I often just have a look, and if I like it, or if I feel like this is a cool piece but I'm not sure, I will just leave it there and go home, and I will just watch myself if I'm craving that piece or not, or if I even forget about it. And often the next day I don't even care about it, or I say I'm really happy I didn't get it because something I didn't like about it. I realize at that point. Sometimes I think about the item a week later, 2 weeks later, a month, 2 months later. I see something that I want, I put it on my wish list, and then I see if I really want it like some months later, especially if it's like an expensive item. And often I don't even like it that much after half a year or like some months. And then I just delete it off my wish list. Then I know, okay, it was good that I didn't invest in that. But sometimes I just crave it even more and I can't wait to get it. At some point, and then I know it's the right one. If it's a regular outfit or something, I suggest you to leave it in the store and leave it. Don't get it right away if you're looking online, and just have a look for a week at least if you're still into it or not. Number 6 is, if it's a trendy piece, will it last or does it fit my style? So it can go both ways. If you want to buy something trendy, and it will happen at some point, of course high street is filled with trendy pieces, then just think about the trend. Like, try to see this trend in a year or 2 or 5 years time. Will it still be wearable in your case or not? And this is very individual, and I think it's also a bit of a harder question to ask yourself. But if you really try to assess if this fits to your style, then it will last. For example, let's take leopard print. Leopard has been in trend for the last like year or 2, extremely. So you would find so many things in leopard: shoes, dresses, pants, tops, everything. So if you're a person like me who loves leopard, always wear leopard, this is the time to shop. And it's also okay to shop it if you really love it. And I know for a fact that me personally, I'll be wearing leopard print in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. I've worn it literally my whole life and I just love it. When it comes, for example, to cow print, which is also super trendy, that I wouldn't buy myself because it doesn't fit 100% my style, even though I like it as well. I wouldn't buy it because I know that I will not be wearing it the next coming years. Number 7, will it fit a gap or not? This is one of the most important ones as well. As I mentioned in the beginning already, after assessing your closet, you will see what is missing and what do I have a lot of as well. So this point is all about what do I need in my daily life? Am I going to work every day? Am I doing a lot of sports and I need a lot of gym wear? Am I a mom that's running around a lot and needs like more practical wear but still stylish one? Am I don't know, working in the corporate field and I need a lot of blouses and skirts and pants? Or am I working in the creative field and I have more creative freedom and I can wear kind of whatever I like and I can be very expressive? This is combined to the lifestyle aspect. So seeing what is missing in my closet. For example, you don't have a lot of shirts to wear to work, so you have to buy that. You don't have a lot of jeans, then stock up on that. I think this is also something that I've been not so good in my younger years because I never really assessed what I have or not. I would just buy randomly and then I would regret it and always have struggles in my closet. And now I really look into what do I need, what do I do every day. For example, this year I'm more committed to buying more basics. That doesn't mean that it's boring, but more basic pieces that I can wear in an everyday setting, but I can also style up. So I really look out for that. And I look out for what I have a lot of in my closet. I love mesh, colorful clothing, and I have a lot of that. So I try not to buy too much of that anymore. And I'm just mindful of that when I shop. Number 8 is a hard pill to swallow. So let me hold your hand when I say this. Am I feeling low and searching for a dopamine hit? Is it on sale and that's the reason I want to buy? Is this an impulse buy? This one really hits home. Something I did a lot in my younger years as well, and I'm sure you too. Maybe you still do it. I do it occasionally as well. I think this is something that will just happen occasionally, but I'm really trying to be way more mindful. So when I feel low now, I try not to go shopping. I think this is just such a bad mindset. This can be so dangerous. Also, online shopping is very dangerous when you feel low. I get it. It gives you a good feeling, but it doesn't last. And often it was the wrong decision to get the clothing. And when you get it, when it arrives, or some days later after you shopped it, you feel like completely guilty and it was not worth it and it's not something you really wanted, and then you just feel guilty and it makes you feel even worse. Same with impulse buys. And also buying on sale. I think a sale is great and I don't want to demonize it at all. I think it's great when something's on sale, but just buy it if you really need it. As I mentioned, all the points beforehand, or it's something that you have on your list, like your wish list for a while. I love that feeling when I have something on my wish list and then some months later it's on sale and I'm like, okay, now is the time to grab it. I've been so patient and it's a way better feeling when you get it and when you have it, when you waited a while to get it. And that's also a way to not accumulate a lot of stuff in your closet and find a more personal, refined style that fits you. Number 9, does it fit my body type? This is something that is very difficult sometimes to say, especially when you do online shopping, because you look at the model, you think it looks amazing on her, and then you order it and it looks completely different and trashy on you. This happened to me as well a lot of times, that I try something on, I think I see it hanging and I think it looks amazing, or I see it on the model and then I wear it and it just does not fit. This means you really need to get to know your own body type, what fits your body shape. And the better you know your body, the better you can shop. For example, I have a more hourglass figure and a more bigger bust, so I have to really look out for clothing that accentuate my waist so I don't look so bulky. For example, when it comes to very fluffy big tops, I often can't wear that because it will look like I'm pregnant or something. Or I look really big and I don't want that look, and my legs look super skinny and it looks just off. Often I really look out for items that accentuate my waist, even if it's just a bit, or it shows a lot of leg, and I wear something short, like a short dress or a short skirt or something, when I can show off my legs and it's not super tight on my body, then that looks good as well. It has to be cropped in between. I also often cannot wear a lot of like open back stuff because I have a bigger bust and I don't want to wear stick-on bra all the time. It's really cumbersome in a way. I also don't wear a lot of very low-waisted stuff for the same reasons. It just is not flattering on me. I don't want to say always, sometimes it is, so it's also good to try different styles out as well sometimes, just to see how it fits your body. But after a while, you get to know your body way better, and then you can see right away if something will fit you or not. And that makes the shopping process also much easier. Let's say you're a bit rounder on top or you have bigger hips or so, you could just wear asymmetrical tops as well that just shapes the body very well. Maxi skirts, tight skirts. Maxi skirts, for example, also look good on many people, but just it's very individual and you just need to try different things to see what matches you or not. Number 10 is, will I take care of it properly? So depending on what kind of material it is, you have to take care of clothing in different ways. For example, wool, you have to be very careful. You cannot just throw that into the washing machine, except you have a wool setting. But you have to be very careful. You cannot wash it so often. The same with alpaca wool, and so often the same with satin. You have to be very careful because you can destroy the fabric. Some items you have to take to the dry cleaners, like blazers and coats and things like that, or dresses that are made in a very fragile material. Think about what can you do. Will you bring items to the dry cleaners? If you're not that kind of person and you will wear it once and it will lay outside forever and never be washed again, then don't do it. Don't get it. Then get more items that are more machine washable and easy to go. I think this is something that people overlook sometimes, and it's something to consider as well. Number 11 is, can I wear it in different seasons? So can I wear this in summer and spring and maybe fall as well, or the winter season and the fall season, or also sometimes the spring season? How can you mix and match it to different seasons? I think this is something we also should think about more. Of course, when it comes to summer clothing, probably you will not wear it in winter, but there are a lot of things that you can wear in spring and fall and sometimes even winter that are appropriate for different seasons depending on how many layers you wear. If it's, for example, this top I'm wearing right now, I could wear this in spring, in autumn, combined with different colors, combined with different layers as well. It will fit a lot. Sometimes you can even restyle dresses for the fall season or spring. I think it's so cool when you can like mix and match and have like re-wear and wear your clothing as well a lot. And the last tip, which is a bonus tip, is, can I find it vintage? This is one of my personal favorites. I've always loved vintage or thrift shopping because it gives you a sense of personal style. You can't find these items everywhere. It's something that will be unique to you and you can really restyle it with your other stuff so well that you will be really standing out of the crowd and people will ask you where you got it from. I have so many vintage and thrift store items that really elevate my wardrobe and my style and make it more unique to me. It's more work, of course, to go vintage shopping, but you can really dig through and see what you can find. You will find some really cool gems, I'm sure. You just have to do it more, and it's also a lot of fun. I think it's like a treasure hunt. I always say that. And for example, if you're searching for a shirt or blazer or coats, I always suggest to go vintage shopping because you find so many good quality pieces there that are not produced the same way anymore. They're wool, cotton, satin materials. The linings and the stitchings are so well made often. Let's say you're searching for oversized shirt. Go to the men's section at the thrift store and find it there for some bucks. Literally, it's way cheaper and often much better quality. It's a bit more work because you have to dig through it, but it's unique and it will make you stand out from the crowd. Of course, this is more like a personal decision how much you want to shop vintage or if you even want to shop vintage. But I suggest to you, if you search for something, to think, could I find this vintage first? Especially when it comes to things like coats and blazers and shirts, because they have en masse these things and these items, so it's kind of a waste not to do it. I think it's always always a good idea to go thrift shopping. And also when you travel, that's what I love to do, is to go to like vintage shops in different countries. Always so fun to dig through it. You always find so many cool things. For example, let me show you. I found this belt. It's an Escada belt, vintage. How freaking cool is it? So cool. I told you I love leopard, but it's such a cool belt. Or this bag I got. This is by Blue Marine. So cool. This is a vintage bag I got in Milan as I was there for Fashion Week. I mean, you cannot find this so easily, and in vintage stores you can find these things that look so unique, cool, and I mean, this looks so on trend as well. Snake print is so on trend, and I mean, this is super old actually, but it looks brand new, and this is way more unique than buying this at H&M or Zara. So these were my tips to think about before you go shopping. I hope you take them seriously, at least some of them, and it was helpful to you. So please thumbs up and also comment down below if you have anything more to add to my tips. If you want to see how I style cool workout fits, then go watch my last video. I will link it here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!